We move along to the top of the fifth inning. First baseman Bill Freehan will lead off for Detroit, to be followed by Don Word and Jim Frank. Rocky Colavito on the mound for the Yankees. It's going to be interesting to see how long Colavito stays in, see just what he does while he's in there. Colavito, in the waning years, perhaps the waning weeks or waning days of a career, maybe starting a new one, who knows? Colavito played his first game of professional baseball in 1951 at Daytona Beach in the Florida State League. Played in 6 All-Star games. Now pitching this afternoon against the Detroit Tigers. Ready to work to right-hand hitting Bill Freehan. Fastball is fouled on the ground down the third base line. Detroit 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Yankees 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. Pitch. Breaking ball, and it's blown away. 1-1. Colavito takes a regular turn, pitching batting practice when he's not playing. He fires to Freehan and gets a strike, and there it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tell you one thing, Colavito's got the crowd with him. It was amazing when he came off the mound. After getting Horton on a fly ball to end the 4th inning, folks down the first base side stood up for him. He turns one over and misses outside with a 2-2. Steps back off the rubber, rubs up the baseball, steps on again. He does. He's got the pitcher's moves. 2-2 pitch. Freehan leans away from it. Ball 3 inside. Full count, 3-2. Colavito rubbing on the ball again. Next road trip coming up for the Yankees. Colavito and Barber will have something to talk about, won't they? He delivers. Freehan pops it up. Foul. Headed for the seats on the first base side. Comes down in the crowd. Colavito doesn't do any wind-up. Just brings his hands together. Doesn't try to hide the baseball from the view of the batter. And now he steps back on the grass, gets off the skin of the pitching rubber to rub on the baseball and mop the perspiration away with the left shoulder and left sleeve of his uniform shirt. Now steps on again. Brings his hands together, kicks and throws, and he's low with a fastball, and Freehan is on. First walk and the first base runner against Colavito. The batter will be Don Word, who has struck out and grounded out to the shortstop in 2 appearances. Fields Word, outside. So far against Colavito, maybe the only pitcher in the major leagues that has never been scored upon. Yes, we're smiling. 1-0 pitch. Foul back into the upper deck. Makes it 1 ball and 1 strike to Don Word. Rocco Domenico Colavito, born August 10th, 1933, right here in the Bronx. Makes his home now in Temple, Pennsylvania. One pitch to Word. High. 2 balls and a strike. In the major leagues, Colavito has been with Cleveland, Detroit, Kansas City, back to Cleveland, the White Sox, the Dodgers, and now the Yankees. Two-one pitch to Don Word. Ball outside, and the count is 3-1. 1 pitch. Work swings and misses. Strike 2. Keith Mars, good buddy from Sports Illustrated, standing over here next to the booth, says that Colavito and Wirt are now neighbors over in Pennsylvania. At least Temple, PA is sort of a suburb of Reading, and that's where Wirt lives, at Reading. Freehan leads away from first. 3-2 pitch. Freehan goes. Wirt pops it up. Foul on the first base side. Gibbs and Mantle both there. Gibbs calling for it, and Gibbs has it. So Wirt is retired. Freehan back to first base. One out, and Jim Price, the catcher, steps in. With the retirement of Don Wirt, has now pitched 4 hitless innings in his big league career, 1 in this game. The other 3 for Cleveland against Detroit. The pitch, outside, ball 1. Now, I'll bet when the writers talk to Colavito after this game, he'll say, well, you know, he said, I think my control was pretty good considering I'd had 10 years rest. 1-0 pitch. High. 2 balls and no strikes. Ball is high. Scoreboard, message board, welcomes the Binghamton, New York Baseball Club. And no strikes to Jim Price. Colavito kicks and deals, pours it right down the middle for a strike. It's 3-1. Wherever Colavito has played, he's been very popular with the fans. Delivers 3-1, and it's outside, ball 4. Price walks. That moves Freehan down to second, and Colavito gives up his second base on balls. The batter will be Tom Magic, the second baseman. You know, our baseball Western Union wire service that sends information around the country on half-inning scores, pitching changes, home runs. You imagine the surprise now. All the radio stations and ballparks around the country when they see the pitching change for the Yankees and see Colavito. Now, first thing those guys will want to know, is he really pitching or did he hit a home run? Magic swings and pops one high in the air down the first baseline. Mantle in fair territory is under it and makes the catch. There are 2 away. And now the pitcher, Pat Dobson. Dobson drew a walk from Barber in the 4th inning and scored run number 5 for Detroit. Barber walked 3, 2 of the walks scored. The pitch to Dobson. Fastball misses outside. Ball 1. Colavito again, mopping the perspiration away with the uniform shirt sleeve. Goes the rubber, looks straight down at his feet, now looks into Gibbs. Short stretch. Holds the set below the belt. Kicks and draws. Swing and a miss by Dobson. Ball on a strike. Swing and a miss by Dobson. Ball on a strike. Tigers ahead, 5-1. There's a foul headed back into the upper deck. Got his 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dobson. Mickey Stanley is on deck. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Gibbs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on, 2 gone. 2 balls and 2 strikes on number 22, Pat Dobson. Colavito's pitch to him. Fouled away again to the upper deck on the first base side. Colavito, one of the few in baseball history ever to hit 4 home runs in one Major League game. Dealing now, 2-2 to Dobson. Ground ball is hit towards Clark. Clark has it, makes his throw to Mantle in time, and the side again is retired by Colavito. No runs, no hits. So no errors. 2 walks, 2 men left on base. And at the end of 4 1/2 innings, the score is Detroit 5 and the Yankees 1. Rocky Colavito will lead off as the hitter in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Colavito is batting .236. Dobson's pitch. Curveball is line foul to the street down the left field side. Colavito's been up 55 times. 13 hits, 1 double, 1 triple, 2 home runs. 8 runs batted in. That's his record as a Yankee. He also had 3 home runs for the Dodgers before joining the Yankees. Next pitch to him. Drops in, but low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Over the plate, but low. Dobson winds and throws low again. 2 balls and a strike. Barber, before departing the game, had one of the Yankees' 5 base hits. Led off the 3rd inning with a single to right field, his first hit of the year. Now the 2-1 to Colavito. Fly ball is hit out into center field. Mickey Stanley, with the glasses down, is under it, makes the catch. 1 out. And now the second baseman, Horace Clark. 0 for 2 so far. Roundabout to shortstop, and then with Barber on first in the 3rd inning. Clark hit a ground ball to Magic, the second baseman. That was a controversial play where Magic tagged Barber, and Barber knocked him down. Umpire Bob Stewart ruled a double play. Clark sends a fly ball out into shallow left. Horton is there, pounds the glove, makes the catch, 2 away. And now Jake Gibbs. Gibbs has bounced back to the pitcher and grounded out to Freehan at first base unassisted. Two outs and nobody on. Tigers leading 5-1. Dobson rocks and throws outside. Ball 1. Mantle is on deck. And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Gibbs taking all the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gibbs scratches up a little dirt, hands his hands together, steps back in. 1-1 pitch from Pat Dobson. Low inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss by Gibbs, leaving the count. 2-2. Bright sun beating down. Scoreboard shows the Tigers 5 runs and 7 hits. The Yankees 1 run, 5 hits. Pat Dobson rocks back on the left foot. And the pitch. Gibbs pops it up in the shallow center. Mickey Stanley is under it. The center fielder makes the catch, and the side is retired. The Yankees go 3 up, 3 down with nothing across, and now at the end of 5 full innings of play, the score, Tigers 5 and the Yankees 1. Walking in a little wonderland. Brown's crew has walked through its paces, smoothing the infield, getting ready for the top half of the 6th inning. And as the Detroit Tigers come up, they'll be starting off at the top of their batting order. And moving in behind the microphone to tell you all about the rest of this ball game this afternoon, here is Jerry Coleman. Jerry?
Okay, Frank, thank you very much. Had a little trouble getting in here, dropped my scorecard, and had to get things set. A 5-1 ball game as we go into the 6th inning. For the Detroit Tigers, facing Rocky Colavito. And that's a strange one to come up with. Colavito making his 2nd Major League pitching appearance. Still hasn't given up a base hit. Pitched 3 hitless innings back in 1958 and 1 1/3 so far in this ball game. Fires a fastball to Mickey Stanley. Ball 1 outside. Stanley is 2 for 3. Detroit leading 5-1. They've got 7 base hits. The Yankees have 5. All of the runs coming off Steve Barber. Colavito to Stanley. It's low, 2-0. And this is Colavito's biggest problem. He's had trouble with his control. Walked a couple of men in the 5th inning and was behind a few of the hitters. It's a warm day, so he'll have to stay out in front of these hitters if he's going to last out there. Fastball is in there by Colavito. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yankees coming into this ball game 2 under 500 with a record of 61 and 63. That's the closest they've been to 500 since May the 30th. They've won 10 of 13. Colavito fires. This one fouled off just to our right. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mickey Stanley came into the ball game batting at .256. The Yankees have 5 base hits, and 3 of them fell just in front of the outstretched glove of Mickey Stanley. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stanley at the plate, waiting. Colavito fires high, almost over the head of Gibbs. 3-2. Dick Trzaskowski on deck. Al Kaline to follow. I can see Colavito be able to get that ball over more consistently. It's kind of tough, you know, not being a regular pitcher to come in there and have that sharp control. But he is really rearing back. Here's the next one. The payoff pitch hit high in the air, right side, Mantle, with a chance at it near the railing, reaching in, and did he get it? No, he didn't get it. Somebody, a boy, stuck up his glove and took the ball out of Mantle's glove right there. Mantle's glove was just a hair under the glove of the boy standing in the first row. And as we can see it, the boy took the ball away from Mickey, but John Flaherty, the first base umpire, made a flashing motion off his fingers as if to say the ball tipped off Mantle's glove. Well, there's a great example of how a spectator can change the complexion of the ball game. Mantle was waiting for that ball. It appeared as though he had it, and the boy just stuck up his glove and took it away from him. Now, had that ball been on the field side of the fence, the batter could have been called out, but it was in the stands, and Mantle was just reaching in. And the kid just took it away from him. I'd love to talk to Mickey about that. The next one is Stanley. Hits the right field. Waiting for it is Costco, and he's got it 1 away. Dick Trzaskowski has walked, singled twice. He's 2 for 2. Scored a couple of runs. Hits this one in the air behind the plate. Gibbs coming over near the railing, and he doesn't get it. There was a spectator there. Jake didn't get to the ball. The ball flicked off the spectator's hands. Just about the time it did, Gibbs came barreling in and almost took the spectator with him. Strike 1 the count. When Colavito gets the ball over and the batters swing, they've been popping up. Top of the 6th inning, Detroit 5, Yankees 1. Colavito into the windup. Serve is just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tony Cuccinello coaching at third base. At first base, Wally Moses. Detroit leading the league by 6.5 coming into today's action. Rocky fires a fastball into Trzaskowski. It's inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's the first time Colavito had questioned or has questioned the call of the plate umpire, Marty Springstead. Infield and outfield about straight away with Trubisky up there and not too deep. 2-1 pitch. Trubisky swings and misses. 2-2. Fastball on the letter. Colavito came on for Barber in the fourth inning. So far has gone along unscathed. He's been a little erratic with his control, and that's all. 2-2 pitch on the way. Curve is high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Colavito doesn't have much of a curveball, but he's got a good fastball. All these doubleheaders coming up. Out, going to Colavito. The next one is fouled off by Trubisky. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yankees have another game to play today. They've got 2 tomorrow night. First one at 5 o'clock. 2 on Tuesday afternoon, and the first one starts at 1. Doubleheader tomorrow and Tuesday against the California Angels. Strike 3 called, and Trubisky is caught looking. That's Colavito's first strikeout. You don't think the fans here at Yankee Stadium aren't for Rocky Colavito? Oh, brother, everything he does, they roar. Now Al Kaline is coming on, and Kaline is the first batter that Colavito has pitched to before. He's gone through the first 9 men. Now Kaline coming up for a second chance at Colavito. Al takes a curve that's low for ball 1. Everybody feeling each other out. Colavito feeling out the hitters feeling out Colavito, but now they've seen him. Let's see what happens on this next go-round. 2 out, nobody on. The pitch. Kaline fouls it back, out of play, over our head. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colavito, a big blessing for manager Ralph House with his pitching shortage and all these games coming up. Rocky, the 1-1 pitch to Kaline, hit hard into left center. That's in for a base hit. Could be 2. Kaline around first is going to try for it. Pepitone's throw is not in time, and Kaline's got a double. That's his 3rd hit of the afternoon. A double into left center, the first hit off Colavito. Now Willie Horton is coming on. He's walked, doubled, fly to left. Incidentally, Al Kaline gets the first major league hit off Rocky Colavito. Colavito at the set position. Kicks, delivers. Horton hits one high in the air behind the plate. Gibbs no chance to get to it. This one dropped in the seat. 1 strike to count. In the 6th inning, Cleveland 4 and the Senators 4, and we'll be along at the end of 6 full innings of play to bring you a rundown of all the games in both the American and the National. One strike to count on Willie Horton. Colavito sets the pitch way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. We mentioned California coming in for a twilight doubleheader. You know what they have to do? They're playing Oakland on the West Coast, and they could get that all-night flight, which brings in about 6 o'clock in the morning, unless they have a charter flight. And that doubleheader tomorrow night. Fastball outside to Willie Horton by Colavito. 2 balls and 1 strike. Detroit leading the Yankees 5-1. We're in the 6th inning with 2 outs. At second base, Al Kaline. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Kaline at second. Colavito kicks. Here it is. Horton waiting. Line drive, third baseman. Oh, boy, that was hit. Bobby Cox picking off the line drive by Willie Horton. No runs, a hit, and 1 left on the score after 5.5. Detroit 5 runs on 8 hits. The Yankees 1 run on 5. Mickey Mantle waiting. Curve is inside for a ball. Mantle and Horace Clark had an unusual thing. When they came into this game, they were batting the same from the right and from the left side. Mickey takes high and outside, 2-0. Clark is batting .221, both right-handed and left-handed. Mantle, .230, both right-handed and left-handed. 3 balls and no strikes now to Mickey. A fastball by Dobson, just a little low. Pepitone on deck. The 3-0 pitch to Mantle. Right in there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pat Dobson ready again. The right-hander into the windup. Fires. A ground ball well hit to the second baseman. Tom Matchick is up with it. Over to Freehan. Mantle is out of there. So Mickey now is 0 for 3. Here's Joe Pepitone. Hit a line drive to the first baseman, Bill Freehan, in the second. Single to center and scored the only Yankee run in the fourth. One down, Joe Pepitone, the batter. Pepitone came into the ball game at 2:44. 1 for 2, takes a strike. Curveball at the knees. Turned around and said something to Springstead. Not much. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Dobson to Pepitone. Curveball. He swings and misses. Strike 2. Pepitone is really giving it to Springstead on that first call. Probably saying something like, well, look what you did to me. Now you called that first one a strike, and I swung at a bad ball. That'll happen sometimes. You get a little bit restless up there, afraid to take a pitch if you think the umpire has taken one away from you. 2-strike delivery by Dobson to Pepitone. On the ground to the second baseman, Matchick makes an easy play out of it. 2 up, 2 down. Mantle bouncing out to second, and now Pepitone. Andy Costco dropped a double in front of Mickey Stanley in the second. Foul to first in the fourth. Two out, nobody on. Costco waiting. Dobson delivers on the corner for a strike. Pat Dobson, the right-hander, getting the sign from his catcher Price. Ready. The 1-2 pitch to Costco. Curveball hit on the ground, foul. This one kicking off the fence on the left side. Frank Vercetti after it. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tommy Tresh on deck. Costco waiting. Dobson fires a changeup that misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Twilight doubleheader tomorrow night. It'll be Al Downing and Fritz Peterson going up against the California Angels. And that first game starts at 5 o'clock. Costco hits one to left field, high in the air. Willie Horton in the gap in left center. Moving over there. It hit him. The ball hit him. He lost it in the sun. And Costco is on at second base with a double. It looked like he had it all the way. I thought it hit him in the head, but apparently not. He just went down. He lost that ball in the sun. Horton apparently doesn't have glasses. It may have hit him in the neck. Trying to see if he's got glasses. He's got his hat off right now. He had that ball all the way, and then suddenly it hit him. He does have glasses. Mayo Smith waving out there, something to the effect, get your glasses down on those balls. He had the ball all the way. I don't know where it hit him. It hit him in the neck or in the shoulder. At first, I thought the head. But Costco is at second base. We still don't have a ruling on a hit or an error at this point. Tommy Tresh is at the plate right now. takes ball one. They're giving Costco a double. It's just being flashed on the board. Tommy Tresh. Waiting. Costco at second. The 1-0 delivery. It's low and in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. That was an easy fly ball. Horton was just waiting for it. It was on its way down, and suddenly it hit him, and down he went. For a moment, we thought he was hit on the head, but apparently not. High on the shoulder, or around the neck area. And Costco's got himself a double. The 2-0 pitch to Tresh is outside. 3 balls and no strikes. So that little play right there could be a big one. We'll have to wait and see. Tommy Tresh is 1 for 2. Top to second, single to center. It isn't often that we've seen a ball player lose a ball the way Horton did and take it somewhere in the neck or head area. Tresh takes a fastball down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike. Detroit leading 5-1. Costco at second base. Bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. 3 balls, 1 strike on Tresh. Pat Dobson, the right-hander. Set, delivers, and Tommy takes high, ball 4. So the play by Willie Horton could prove costly. Dobson is tired, no question about it. It's hot out there, and here comes Mayo Smith to talk to him. That was only the second walk given up by Dobson. So what the ball that was dropped by Horton did, it gave Costco a double. It made Dobson continue to pitch to Tresh. He walked him. And now Bill Robinson is coming on, who's got a walk and a single. He's driven in the only Yankee run in the 4th. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, and the Yankees trailing by 4, a 5-1 ball game. The Yankee pitchers tomorrow, Downing and Peterson. For the California Angels, Bennett and McLaughlin. Bill Robinson is moving in. Robbie 1 for 1. Facing Pat Dobson. Runners at first and second. Dobson sets, delivers. Robinson hits one to left. It's on its way. It's out of here. Has just brought the Yankees back in this ball game. A 3-run home run into the seats in left. And now at the plate is Bobby Cox, who takes low and outside, ball 1. It's Detroit 5 and the Yankees 4. And oh, baby, the stew is starting to boil. There's a ground ball foul. Frank Cassetti has it on the short hop and gets a big hand from the fans. A lost ball in the sun by Horton, a walk to Tresh, the home run by Robinson, and the Yankees are right back in it. Last of the 6th, 5-4, Detroit leading by 1. The 1-1 pitch to Bobby Cox. Curve misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. The next one to Cox. Hit to left field. Way down there. And it's a home run. It's all tied up. Patterson just rolling right along with a 5-1 lead. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 6th. Costco hit a lazy, long fly ball to left field. Horton lost it in the sun. It hit him on the neck. Then Tommy Tresh walked. Costco got set up for a double. Robinson homered to make it 5-4, and Bobby Cox has tied it up with another home run. And it's all tied up at 5 apiece. How do you like that? Unbelievable turn of events. Darrell Patterson is coming on to do the pitching. Both teams with 5 runs, both teams with 8 hits. The Yankees at one time trailed 5-0. Then they scored a run in the 4th, and now 4 here in the 6th inning. Bill Robinson's home run was his 4th and 87th of the year for the Yankees. Bobby Cox hit his 6th and 88th of the year for the Yankees. Unbelievable turn of events. The Yankees, who've won 10 of their last 13, the hottest team in the major leagues, trailing 5-0, have now tied it up. 2 outs. Darrell Patterson is coming in, and Rocky Colavito will be the hitter. 4 runs across. Pat Dobson went 5 2/3 innings. Gave up 8 base hits. Walked 2 men. Didn't strike out anybody. And allowed 5 runs. So Patterson can't win it, and he can't lose it. Check that. Dobson can't win it, and he can't lose it. Patterson will be the pitcher of record. Darrell Patterson coming on for Pat Dobson to face Rocky Colavito, who's been in there pitching since the 4th inning. Darrell Patterson, 1-2, lost 2, appearing in his 32nd game. Earned run average 1.76. Colavito stepping in. Rocky slide to center in the 5th. Waiting. Patterson delivers a curve outside, ball 1. The Yankees have somebody going in the bullpen right now. You can see Jim Hegan doing some work out there. Now that the Yankees are back in this ball game, they got the bullpen going. Colavito takes high. 2 balls and no strikes. A lost ball in the sun by Willie Horton started it all, and the Yankees tied it up. Patterson ready. Colavito takes high. 3 balls, no strikes. Unbelievable turn of events. Patterson, the right-handed, fires again, and Colavito takes ball 4. He draws a walk. Horace Clark is coming on. He's 0 for 3. Bounced to short, hit into a double play. That was a double play where Barber interfered with Tom Matchik, and Clark was called out at first, even though he wasn't thrown out. And then Horace flied to left. 0 for 3. Patterson sets, delivers, and Clark takes high, ball 1. Patterson, born in Coalinga, California, attends the College of Sequoias. 24 years old. He's a big guy, 6'4", 200-pounder. He was drafted as a first-year player from the Los Angeles Dodger farm system in '64. This is his first big league year, and he's doing well. Patterson waiting. Sets, delivers, and Clark takes. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Five tie. Last of the 6th. Colavito at first. Clark waiting. Hits one to right field. A base hit. Rocky Colavito on his way to third. And the Yankees have runners at first and third. Batter in this inning will be Jake Gibbs. First 2 men, Mantle and Templeton, bounced to second. And then it all started. Gibbs 0 for 3. Runners at first and third. Patterson delivers. Base hit. The Yankees go out in front. Colavito scores. Horace Clark to third.
The game continues on side 4 after a short delay.
You'd never believe it if you didn't see it. The Yankees have 5 big runs. They lead 6-5 in the last of the 6th inning. And the man that started it all off, Mickey Mantle, is coming on for his second at-bat in this inning, the bottom of the 6th. The noise here is deafening as Patterson gets a sign from his catcher, Mantle waiting. Fouls one off. Strike one. Horace Clark at third base. Jake Gibbs at first. He's in the tie-breaking run. Yankees have 5 big ones. Mantle waiting. Patterson sets. The next one is high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mickey. Deep in the batter's box. Darrell Patterson with a sign. Comes set. The right-hander. Kick. The pitch. Right field. Way back there. And at the fence is Al Kaline. A sinking line drive. It was hit. That ball sunk. Kaline right in front of the 344 marker. Hauled it in. Or the Yankees would have been going yet. For the Yankees, 5 runs. On 5 base hits. No Detroit errors. 2 men left. And the score after 6 full innings of play. Yankees 6, the Tigers 5.